Hi guys, Dogre here with a new video, and this video will be a TBC private server video. It is not a ad, it is not me promoting private servers, but it is me raising awareness on how Blizzard could do some stuff. So on Warmain, this is a private server. I think the best private server that you could ever play if you want to play PvP on RAF or on TBC. It has multiple ways of playing the game. You have either BlackRock, which is a PvP server, which means that you can get directly a instant level 70. You have active PvP content, cross-realm arenas and battlegrounds with the active servers with Onyxia, which is the active server for TBC. And the gear is not overpowering Onyxia, for example. So the progress from Onyxia, the private server Onyxia TBC, is on the same level as the BlackRock one, and it's still a grind for getting that gear. So you still have to do a lot of BGs, a lot of arenas to get the gear. As you see, my priest is on the BlackRock server, made it already, so I already played on it, and the gear is kind of bad. Like, I still need to grind a lot of PvP to get the gear for it. So you have seasonal progression with Onyxia as well, like I said. And what you need to do, you can also switch to Wotlk, so you have one client. It is not the best. Like, again, I think Blizzard clients are the best, in my opinion. Like, Battle.net is just such a better thing. It feels old whenever I'm looking at that, but it is what it is. Again, it's a free thing. You play it or you don't. It is what it is. I play it to prepare my TBC journey pretty much on Classic. See what I like, what I don't like. For example, Shadow Priest looks cool, but I don't know if I'm committed to that. So that's a good thing I'm trying on BlackRock right now. I have a level 60 classic dwarf priest. I don't know if I'm going to do Shadow Priest at the time of speaking this video. So again, here you can make any character. You can do another horde character, or you can do an alliance character. Personally, I'm alliance, so I'm going to make an alliance character. I'm going to make it easy. Again, I could do shaman, but the preparation for it is a bit longer. But let's say I am a rogue main. Let's say I'm a rogue main. I'm playing dwarf for some reason. Let's say I'm playing human again. I think it's more likely. I'm not gonna play human in classic. I don't know if I'm going to play a rogue in classic, but that's just to show you what you can do. So my name will be Toastab. So I'm gonna create my character. Oh, my character is level 70 and already in Terrorcar Forest. Where is that? That's where Shatrath City is. So I'm going to enter the world. Boom. The loading screen is quite fast because it's an old game, so if you have a good PC, it's very fast. And you can do anything you want. So your keybinds, for example, you can also put your stuff. I already have keybinds because I play on my Shadow Priest, obviously. Your unit frames, whatever you want, you can do whatever you want. And obviously you can have your add-ons. So add-ons are not really simple to have, but you have the move anything one where you can move everything you want, for example. That's how I move those frames. Like I said, the classic kind of client is better because you don't need all those silly add-ons to change a few stuff. But anyways, I digress. So I put the action bars. Boom. That's it. That's already a good start. Then you go up. You go talk to the preset guy, and you're going to get TP'd. So the preset for PvP is subtlety, because subtlety is the PvP spec, but you can literally do any spec if you want to. You can respec whenever you want to, and you can test whatever you want to test. You could play mutilate if you want to. It's not really recommended because you don't really want to play with poisons. At least you don't want to play with like damaging poisons. So Shadow Step, very big. Subtlety. Boom, and I am now a subtlety rogue, and I look like a clown because I am a clown, but you have the gear, pretty much. You already have a trinket, so you can put the trinket on your bars, and you already have the minimum gear. It's not fantastic, but it's the minimum gear. You already have like 21.9%. You already have your talents set up if you want to. You can also respec if you think like those talents are ass. Which could be, you could then reset whenever you want to. For example, if you want to have Master of Subtlety because you want to like burst outside of your stealth, you could have that. If you are saying, look, I actually want to have more points into combat, so I have improved gouge. That is also a possibility. You could also say, look, I actually want to play without shadow step. I want to have cold blood. That is also a possibility. It all depends on whatever you want to do, because you can then talk to your class trainer and you can reset everything you want. You see, I require training, and as you see, everything is already trained up. You also have loads of gold, so gold is not a problem. And you also have your mounts, I think, somewhere. Mount, where is the mount? I think I need to buy the mount. Here, the mount is here, excuse me. So the mount is here, I can put the mount, and boom, I can ride the mount, pretty much. So everything is set up. You have here starter gear, so again, if you want to swap your starter gear, you can always swap if you want to. You can say, look, I prefer to have, I don't know, prefer to have this instead of what you have. Exorcist leather helm, you prefer stealth red helmet, for example. I don't know, you can do that. I would not do that. I think the starter gear that you have at the start is actually very good. But if you are like willing to change a few pieces here and there, for example, you want to have more attack power instead of resilience, you can play like a glass cannon gear if you want to. Not recommended in my eyes, but you can do that if you want to. So here is the starter gear. No real like shocking thing. You can say, look, I'm gonna play with daggers, for example. You can also find some daggers here. Here you have end game gear, for example. Again, I'm not going to do a full-on guide on Warmane, but it's like to show you that everything is super easy to get. Here you have a BG mark trader, so with the honor you can buy BG marks, so you don't need to rely too much on the marks if you want to. You just need to grind the honor. And here is the mid-tier gear, so you can basically have the Grand Marshal gear as the mid-tier, and as the top-tier gear you can have also great pieces of epics that you can like have for PvP. And as you see, it's arena points, so you will have to do 2v2, 3v3, but you also have solo queue. And yes, solo queue is functioning on TBC Warmane, but also on Wrath of the Lich King Warmane, and they stop you from doing it with a fresh character with a few interesting things. For example, your character is not fully gemmed, so you will have to gem your character. It's quite easy because you can have like those free ones, and you will need some honor for the meta one. But obviously, if you want to have the best ones, you want to spend honor. And you need to have won at least 3 battlegrounds or 10 rated 2v2 games to play solo queue. So you are limited with that as well. You cannot queue up straight up with a full fresh character. Obviously, you could win 3 directly and then queue up, but you're actually ruining yourself because you're most likely going to lose. But it's a possibility. And the queue times are quite fast as well. So that's a good thing. Now here you have like your general vendors, for example, for poisons, all is free. Here you have the gems, as you see, some are costing some honor, but it's not that much. You can actually grind it pretty fast, and you can then gear up your character. For example, here you have your enchants, which are also costing honor. So if you want to have the best enchants, you will have to grind some honor. For example, if you want to have mongoose, 10k honor, which is again 3 wins maybe, and you get it. It's a grind, but it's good. People are still playing BGs till today, like ever. If you are queuing up for BGs right now, I have nothing on my bar, so it's going to be quite terrible. But it's a sub 1 minute queue time. And here you have, for example, a queue option. You can say, I want to go mercenary. You're going to put on. It means that you're going to queue up as a horde. And if you are a horde, you can then queue up as alliance. And that's actually a very good one for the people that have having a bit longer queues, because horde is more popular. Well, at least that is possible. You gain 5 skills per arena win. So for example, you can train a blacksmith, and you can train, for example, the hammersmith, and you can play hammer spec if you want to. And then you have like those hammers that you can create from blacksmithing, which is really cool. And you can get the materials for blacksmithing with honor, so you can create your own gear if you want to. It's actually very cool, because professions are actually very needed in TBC. Like, so if you want to have or be able to wear special maces, you will need to be a master hammersmith. In classic, it's a bit different. Most of the gear you can wear are BOPs, for example, so it means that you can only create them, but you can drop your professions if you want to, but once you create it, you can wear it. But here you need to actually be a blacksmith, master hammersmith, to be able to wear that item, for example. That's an example for TBC. And here you have all the spells again, like nothing new, right? So I'm going to put a few spells so I'm not ridiculized for this. I'm not going to show you the full BG because it might be very long. But in general, I feel like I'm having a lot of fun with like this server in general. And for example, every Sunday at 19 realm time, which is like 1 hour less than me. So for example, now it's 12:49, but in real time for me it's 13:49, so it's English time, I think. BlackRock hosts 3v3 hour. During this weekly event, players will only be able to queue for 3v3 for an hour. That's weird, but why does Blizzard not do that, for example? Like a rush hour or something like that, where you get a quest and you get like insane amount of honor reward. Like imagine if Blizzard actually did something like that, where every Sunday, every Saturday, every Friday you have a event for an hour or two. You could do also a full evening, I don't care, where you can only queue up for a specific activity, which is then going to reward you with a quest. For example, if you beat 5 teams in 3v3, you get 10k honor or 15k honor, so you can directly buy your gems or buy your sockets, for example. That would be fantastic, personally speaking. But again, they don't do it. They don't do that for some reason. But I think Blizzard should learn from SOLOQ, from the private service. I know it's maybe like not really flattering for them, but I think the player base would appreciate it. I think if they are able to do so. So yeah, it would be nice, but I don't know if they're going to ever do that. Now I'm putting my spells again because I don't play, like I'm not currently playing right now. But in general, yeah, I mean, I have a dagger. Do I have a dagger? I have a dagger actually. Oh, I didn't know. Okay, I didn't read. But yeah, I think in general I'm having a lot of fun on this server. I think if you want to play it, you can. Just type Warmain on Google and you will find it. Like there is no other server pretty much that is called Warmain, so you will never like have it wrong. But in general, like if you want to have a lot of fun, this is a server that you could play if you want to have that fun. It's not that difficult. It's not that weird. It's a good preparation for Real Classic, because Real Classic will evolve to TBC and maybe you don't know what you're going to play, and this is going to be helpful to be knowing what you want to play. For example, like I said, I played Shadow Priest on the private server. I actually didn't really like Shadow Priest. Might be a gearing issue, could be also like I'm like facing fully geared people, and myself I'm not fully geared, so I'm not really optimized. But the gameplay is kind of not great for me, personally speaking. So I don't know, I cannot target out of sight. I'm gonna try to stop him, but in general, like I'm having a lot of fun, and I hope you guys are also having a lot of fun. Maybe in retail, maybe in something else, but it would be nice to have you guys also join the server maybe. So I'm gonna like try to ruin his day. Like like I said, the gameplay feels a bit old because the server is a bit old. It's not like a how it's called. It's not a I'm gonna try to get it. It's not a classic server, so obviously it doesn't have the quality of life of a classic server. Well, I'm dead. I tried. It doesn't have the quality of life. It doesn't have the client. It doesn't have Ballonet. So obviously, it feels really out of place. But that's how TBC was. But as you may know, since On Classic, they do have improvements for their client, improvements on how you can play Classic. It will feel way better once TBC will come out. And personally, TBC is also the time where I was twinking the most as a young kid. I never experienced the TBC relaunch because I played Shadowlands, I think, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it was Dragonflight. No, not Dragonflight, it was Shadowlands. Played that the most. So obviously, I don't know if I really know TBC that much. It will happen though. I will like inform myself. I will try to help people to also get into TBC, and I'm going to have a lot of fun. Hopefully, Blizzard does changes towards the arena points, like in Cataclysm. Please put it as conquest, so you could actually farm it a bit more leisurely, and you could then catch up. While, for example, with arena points, you cannot catch up. It's every week you get arena points, and if you have missed a week, well, too bad. It is your fault. That's how TBC is. But again, thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.